As of the latest public reports, Fuzzy Zoeller, the golfer, died on the 27th of November 2025 at age 74. However, no cause of death has been made public. Multiple news sources say exactly that. A cause of death was not immediately available. Frank Urban, Fuzzy Zoeller, a man who lit up the fairways with humor, charm, raw talent, and sometimes controversy. A two-time major champion, a beloved figure to many, a polarizing figure to others. This is the complete story of a golfer who won big, lived boldly, joked freely, and whose words followed him for the rest of his life. This is the life, career, lifestyle, net worth, and legacy of Fuzzy Zoeller. Fuzzy Zoeller was born November 11th, 1951, in New Albany, Indiana. Growing up in a middle-class family, he wasn't born into country club privilege, but he did grow up competitive, outdoorsy, and athletic. His father introduced him to golf early, spotting the natural hand-eye coordination and easygoing personality that would later define his career. As a teenager, Fuzzy played multiple sports, but golf was the one he couldn't stay away from. Not for the prestige, but because he loved the feeling of shaping shots, making people laugh, and beating them while doing it. He attended the University of Houston, one of the top golf schools at the time, and quickly became known as the funny guy cracking jokes between shots, giving teammates nicknames, keeping things loose. But underneath the humor was a competitor with sharp instincts and surprising discipline. In 1973, Zoeller turned professional. He wasn't the longest hitter. He wasn't the most technically perfect, but he was fearless, and he had a short game and putting strokes smooth enough to hang with the best. Throughout the 1,970 seconds, Zoeller's reputation grew. The comedian of the PGA Tour, someone who played fast, someone who smiled through pressure, someone who simply loved being out there. But the world didn't truly take notice until 1979, when Fuzzy did something almost no one had done before. Augusta National, one of golf's most intimidating stages. For most players, the first trip to Augusta is a nightmare. But Zoeller? He treated it like another Sunday round with buddies. In 1979, in his very first appearance at the Masters, Zoeller shocked the golf world by winning the tournament, becoming only the third player in history to win the Masters on his first attempt. He won with confidence, but also with warmth. Fans loved the fact that he celebrated with joy and humility, not arrogance. He instantly became a household name. 5 years later, in 1984, Fuzzy Zoeller found himself in another iconic moment, the U.S. Open at Winged Foot. It came down to a playoff between Zoeller and Greg Norman. Pressure was everywhere. But while Norman tightened up, Zoeller smiled, waved a white towel in a joking surrender gesture, and kept swinging free. The next day, Zoeller dominated the playoff and claimed his second major championship. This win cemented him as one of the elite golfers of his era and one of the most entertaining to watch. Fuzzy Zoeller's playing style matched his personality. Fast, confident, fearless around the greens, and always relaxed. He never overthought the game. He didn't rely on mechanics, he relied on feel. But what made him truly unique was his humor. He joked with fans, talked to TV crews, made fun of himself, and kept things light, even in pressure-packed moments. His charisma made him a fan favorite. His quick one-liners became part of PGA Tour folklore. Success on the course opened doors off it. Zoeller launched multiple business ventures. A popular brand of vodka, golf course, design project, endorsements with equipment and apparel companies, licensing deals using his name and personality. He became a staple at charity events, corporate outings, and celebrity golf tournaments. His income grew far beyond tournament winnings. With personality and accessibility, Zoeller became a marketable figure in a sport that often felt stiff and formal. But Zoeller's humor, the very thing that made him beloved, also led to the biggest controversy of his life. After Tiger Woods won the 1997 Masters, Zoeller made off-the-cuff comments attempting to be humorous, but they were widely criticized as racially insensitive. The remarks followed him for decades. Zoeller apologized publicly and privately, and Tiger Woods accepted the apology, but the damage was done. For many fans and sponsors, the comments forever altered their perception of him. This moment became a turning point in his public reputation. Instead of being remembered only for his big wins and charm, Zoeller became a case study in how humor can misfire, especially in an evolving media landscape. Yet despite the controversy, many friends and fellow golfers continued to describe him as generous, warm, and someone who made mistakes but wasn't malicious. As Zoeller aged, his playing schedule slowed, but he remained active on the Champions Tour, always drawing crowds, always cracking jokes. He continued designing courses, promoting his liquor brand, and appearing at charity events. Golf remained his passion. People remained his hobby. Laughing remained his lifestyle. Even as health issues developed later in life, Zoeller kept a close circle of family, friends, and golf buddies. Fuzzy Zoeller lived life the way he played golf. Relaxed, personable, full of humor, and rarely taking things too seriously. He loved hunting, fishing, spending time outdoors, and gathering people together. He was known for hosting parties, telling stories, playing music, cooking, and simply enjoying the moment. He lived on a large Indiana property with golf access, privacy, and space for all his hobbies. At the time of his passing in 2025, Fuzzy Zoeller's estimated net worth ranged between $15 to $20 million. This wealth came from PGA Tour winnings, Champions Tour winnings, endorsements, his vodka brand, golf course design, real estate, appearances and licensing deals. He lived comfortably, but not extravagantly, preferring experiences over luxury. Fuzzy Zoeller died on the 27th of November, 2025, at the age of 74. A cause of death was not publicly released. The golf world reacted with a mix of sadness, respect, and reflection. Teammates, rivals, and fans remembered his infectious laugh, his unique style, his quick wit, and his undeniable talent. Even those who disagreed with him or criticized his remarks acknowledged that he was a major figure in the sport's history. What is Fuzzy Zoeller's legacy? It's complicated, but meaningful. He is remembered as a two-time major champion, a Masters winner on his first try, a US Open playoff liegend, one of golf's great characters, a man who made the sport approachable and fun. His life also serves as a reminder of how words carry weight and how humor doesn't always translate across cultures or eras. But no matter how people interpret his legacy, one thing is undeniable. Fuzzy Zoeller left a permanent mark on golf. He made people smile. He made fans feel welcome. He made the game feel a little less formal. And he played with a fearlessness that today's professionals still admire. From Indiana sandlots to the green jacket at Augusta, from laughter on the tee box to the pressure of major championships, from triumphs to mistakes, Fuzzy Zoeller lived a life full of color, humor, and unforgettable moments. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories on the legends who shaped the game.